9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
It's simply Craig on the
To the hangout, welcome to the hangout. 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 Hey yo, see me and these dudes doing VR games, movie reviews, infused with whatever topics we choose. If we stop it, we lose, so that's why we keep on dropping the news. And you know it's as a crew with the popular view. Includes X and Ray, co-host Bree, Millie, SC, and I'm Bryce, so you know we really bringing it live, us 5 in the hive. You liking this vibe? Then hit the thumbs up, like and subscribe. To the hangout, welcome to the hangout. I know you want to go. To the hangout, welcome to the hangout. To the hangout, welcome to the hangout. Come and have some fun. To the hangout, welcome to the hangout. No matter where you're from.
We are back, baby. Back. Man, oh man. First one after that spooky month. All month long, man. Y'all know how we do. We brought you all the spookiness that we could. And man, from what I can see, I mean, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, we all here, man. We made it back, man. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, we even got that girl back up in the building. You know what I'm talking about? You know what I'm saying? So I'm really excited for this one right here. So I'm not going to waste any time, baby. I'm just going to bring it right on in because y'all know it is that PRICE. And I got that boy on the left of me.
It's me, SC. You know, name so nice, gotta say that thing thrice. And over on the other side, who we got?
What's going on, world? Country Boy Ray, CBR in this thing, bringing them country tunes. And I'm going to bring my other co-host in. Go ahead and do your thing.
Yowie wowie. Welcome to another beautiful edition of the Hangout Experience. I am your boy, X the Unannounced, but, you know, I'm not always the last one. Who else is on this line?
What's happening, shouted is Bree 40 Millie. Y'all know the co-designer.
What's happening?
You know, what's happening with everybody? Y'all good?
What's happening?
Doing good.
Hey,
What's up?
we missed you, Shawty. We missed you. We
I missed y'all too. Y'all know it.
we
I'm
thought
back.
Freddie Fazbear got you, Shawty. We thought.
Yeah, he almost got me.
I
Oh well, I mean, since we talking about that, you know,
Come on with it.
I didn't get a chance to give my review, so
What you
I
got?
really love that movie. It's one of my
What
favorite movies of this year. Besides I can't even think of the name.
Sound of Freedom. Which one? What was the other
Little
one?
Mermaid.
Which
Which one?
Barbie.
We didn't review this movie though. The Way of the Water.
Way of the Water. Okay. Avengers. All right. I mean, what you call it? Avatar. Avatar.
I was like, Avatar.
Yep.
Okay, all
Yeah.
right, Chris. They coming for you. Avatar got a community, dog.
As I know, right? Right. Oh
That's my
man.
top movie right there.
That's
So,
it. Okay.
I'm with you on that, Bree. I love the Avatar too, man.
That's what's up.
Okay.
I hate we didn't get a chance to review it, but hopefully, you know, when they bring out the next one, we will. But
Yeah. The way of air.
Review of it. The what?
the way of air, the way of earth or something. It sounds like some airbender stuff, like the way they going with it. But yeah.
Y'all just get in there and make it happen. You know what I'm saying?
Already, that's
So,
what's up.
Um,
So you like
my
it?
review of the movie, yeah, I really love it. I'm gonna go ahead and rate it as a 10. You know, I loved everything about it. It
What?
wasn't too much for me. Yeah, it wasn't too much for me. I
Okay.
really enjoyed it. It was a good plot. Shout out to everybody who had their input on the movie and
For sure.
that helped the movie get to where it was supposed to be, because you know that other movie was similar to it, Willy's Wonderland, which was horrible, by the way. Didn't get a 0 for me. but
Ain't no
you know,
zero.
Yeah, you know, and a 10 for that movie. And real quick, I just gotta bring these back. Dungeons and Dragons and the Barbie movie. I gave y'all a low rating, and I really gotta apologize for that because I had a chance to really see it, and I'm gonna give 10
Okay.
for Dungeons.
Okay.
The Barbie
Okay.
movie, I still put it at a 7. I put that at a 7. Not still, but I'll put that at a 7.
Okay.
7. It was pretty good.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I had to plug those in right quick.
That's what's up. That's what's up. Hey,
Right.
I ain't
listen.
mad at you. You know, walk
Yeah.
back, Bree. I ain't mad at you.
You walk back, Bree.
Especially with fresher eyes. You feel me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nah, that's
Get a chance to see something again. You get to
Yeah.
see it. I don't know. I think I was tired before, so I won't do that again. Go tired. So
and you know what, Bree, and that's cool. You know what I'm saying? And that's what makes this podcast, you know what I'm saying, so real because, you know, it's okay to say, look, man, hey, I didn't look at it the right way the first time, or, you know, listen, even when you go to the doctor, they say, hey, go get a second opinion. You feel what I'm saying? So, you know, there's nothing wrong with that, you know, and if this is your second opinion, it's all good. So for all y'all out there listening, you know what I mean? If y'all still kind of on the fence about it, then, you know, Bree 40 just said, hey, man, you know what? Go and check out that, man. Check that Dungeon Dragons out. Check out that Barbie. You know what I mean? And do it like that. And it's cool. You know, everybody has their opinions of it, you know, and you guys get to listen to us and listen to our opinions, and then you get to make your own, you know. And with all the 5, you know, personalities and everything like that, I feel like we really do try to give you a well-informed opinion of these movies. You understand what I'm saying? So, Bree, we appreciate you coming back.
And even then, I was gonna say, and even in that real quick price, opinions can change, as you can see.
Yeah.
So it's okay. It's okay if, you know, you felt the way the first time and then you go back and check it out in a different lens, and then okay, you grow a little bit more of appreciation, or you firmly stand on where you stand, you know.
Absolutely. Yeah, because I stand exactly where I stood last time with Barbie. Yeah, man. But it's all good, though.
It'll grow on y'all, man.
Oh, no.
Give us some time.
And you know, the funny thing about it is that in between then, you know, I did my side hustle where, you know, set up these inflatable screens and, you know, shout out to Lisa Shields. You know, she used Party Flicks. Shout out to Party Flicks, you know, and we had to go set up the screen for them. And of course, what were they showing? They was all in all their pink, everything pink everywhere. And they showed Barbie again. And guess what? I came out feeling the same way, you know what I'm saying? But it's cool though, you know, and that's just me. I know that the movie was not actually made for me. I'm willing to accept that it wasn't made for me, you know, and that's cool, you know. And so my interpretation of it is just could be completely off. You know what I'm saying? So I'm willing to accept that. So Bree, that's the reason though we need to have you here, because we need all of those opinions. You know what I'm saying, for all angles, and we appreciate you going back in to check it out again. And this time you stayed the whole time, didn't leave the first 30 minutes, so it got better after 31 minutes. When 31 minutes hit, it got better, huh? All good. Well, we appreciate your honesty, man, and that's how we do here at the Hangout, baby. And that's what keeps it real over here, man. Cool. Well, hey, glad to have you back up in the building. So we all, you know what I'm saying, all 5 lions, you know what I'm saying, for the Voltron is here. All 5 of these Power Rangers up in the building. We ready to do this. So let's get it, baby.
The right leg, right?
Hey,
the right leg.
Hey, you know what I'm talking about? You know it. Yeah, no doubt, man. I forgot which was my favorite line. I can't even think. I'll be lying like it. But yeah, man, that's cool. So here's the thing. You know, we changed it up last month. You know, we didn't do any BMT news. We didn't do any monkeying around, because we just basically traded that in for the best of, you know, the best candy for Halloween, the best costumes for Halloween, and we ended that thing off with the best haunted houses for Halloween. We had a lot of fun doing that, and we might bring that back in during the Christmas season, you know, do the best of during that as well. But we are back in raw form, baby. You know what I'm saying? We back to how we do, and you know how we do this formula. We're gonna do a BMT news, or we're gonna do a monkeying around, and today just happens to be that monkeying around. And I tell you, man, this ties in perfectly, man. X, you hit me up with this, and I was like, man, that's perfect to come off of our last review and address this situation right here, being that we had a little situation with the Little Mermaid and everything like that. So, my man, X, the unannounced, can you please fill us in on what's going on and who is monkeying around today?
Yeah, man, I think it's apropos, Bree kind of started us off where we are diving into, because, Price, we usually at the hangout, we good. We pop out at our screenings and whatnot.
Sure.
I didn't get to make the Five Nights at Freddy's screening, but I know you did.
Mm-hmm.
Question, were they fighting at your theater?
They were not fighting at my theater, and I wasn't looking for them to be fighting at this theater. I just didn't expect that to happen. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't even on my radar to look out for a fight.
Interesting, because apparently there was a huge brawl that erupted at the end of an early screening for Five Nights at Freddy. So that's why I had to check on my guy to make sure, he ain't getting no squabbles or nothing. You know what I mean?
Man, that's funny.
Experience. Everybody enjoyed the film and, went home in one piece.
Right. No, they didn't want that smoke, bro, because I had just worn all that Freddy merch. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, they didn't want to see me with my Freddy merch on.
You already had the hot hand, huh?
Yeah, they didn't want it. So maybe that's what it was. They saw the merch and just decided to, keep it cool. Yeah.
Don't make me have to fly to Texas for Price.
All right now.
Already, ATL shouted.
Don't let Bree out the cage.
No doubt.
But yeah, man, a video uploaded to X showed a massive fight involving several people taking place in front of the screen. A few engaged in the melee had their phone flashlights on so they could see their opponents, and loads of punches were being thrown, dog. Like they was getting down in the theater, Wow. You look in the background, the credits are rolling. So it's like, oh, I would have thought after a movie you want to go home,
Right.
But I guess they thought it was time to fight, I guess.
They didn't see their names in the credit. Were they a part of the movie?
Right.
That might have been what it was. I'm missing my credit on this.
Right.
Oh man. Maybe the ghostly children got in them or something like that. You know what I'm saying? It took over their bodies or something. Who knows?
The theater was haunted or something, man.
Yeah.
The person who uploaded the clip wrote, "Everyone in the audience was just complaining and they started fighting at the end of the movie. Honestly, I have no idea what happened. People couldn't believe such a thing would happen at the screening of a film. However, this ain't new. Price, you touched on it. We had the Little Mermaid screening way back when, I think it was in May, and they were fighting in there, and we was talking about how it was a kids movie and like, we gotta do better than that and stuff like that. So I guess following suit in the formula, for some reason, we want to fight at a good movie like Five Nights at Freddy. Crazy stuff. The internet was abuzz with disbelief due to the viral fight at the viewing of Five Nights at Freddy movie. However, roughly a day after the London brawl spread across the World Wide Web, one of the would-be brawlers have revealed their own perspective. So get ready for the plot twist, y'all. So no, there wasn't a full-out clash during the Five Nights at Freddy movie. This revelation came via TikTok. Username Sleepies1 broke down what really happened. Initially expressing his shock at the news coverage of the event, as well as another TikTok user yapping, quote unquote, about the event, the video concludes with an up-close and personal recording of the fight. And as it turns out, it was just a bunch of lads messing around, throwing soft dummy punches and kicks, and clearly yucking it up. I don't know what yucking means, but I mean...
That's all I hear.
That might be... I might have just... Yeah, that might fly right over my head, dog. I ain't gonna hold you. He is right to be in shock. As of this writing, the original tweet showing the faux fight, I'll say the faux fight, from further back in the cinema has 54K likes and 5.1 million views. Social media channels from entertainment outlets like One Take News and Discussing Film managed to bring in additional attention through resharing the video, netting around 166,000 and 25.6 million views respectively. All of a fake fight between friends, quote unquote, and please use audio discretion, quote unquote, taking the piss.
No.
Okay. I'm
According
sorry.
to
dog.
Sleepies.
What kind of?
According to Sleepies, quote unquote.
That must be something like this was in London, right? This must be something, some kind of phrase they used. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I was gonna say it had to
I
be
believe
UK or something.
Yep. They can mention that a little earlier in the article,
Mhm.
as far as, you know, people who are coming out and talking about this. So that's definitely their slang, their term.
Mm-hmm.
You know, obviously we take it as one thing over here, and
Right.
on the other side of the world, it could be completely different.
Right.
We did it at the end of the movie for a joke, for fun. I don't know why she referring to another TikTok user who later covered the viral clip is getting so stressed over something that doesn't concern her. To the original poster of the Twitter's, or now X's, clips credit, they did share the clarifying TikTok on their feed in order to set the record straight. But as many of you know, it's unlikely that the vast number of people who saw the viral clip will learn the truth. So, is there a lesson to be learned here? The lads up in front didn't really do anything wrong. Messing around during the credits isn't a big deal, especially since eager Five Nights at Freddy fans, often gotten their fill of horror, would be walking out of the room. It is, if anything, a reminder to think twice before trusting everything you see online. Just because you think it would be funny if Five Nights at Freddy's caused some guys to start dropping elbows on each other doesn't mean it actually happened. Even if it admittingly does look pretty legit from the angle of the original recording. I personally hope this kicks off a trend of folks staging fake brawls during the credits. The post-credit secret scene is so over, dude. I want to see a bunch of friends walk into the creator with pre-planned choreography ready to go. Make it real, internet.
You know, man, this is a good monkey for me. You know why, man? You know why?
Talk about it, dog.
Bro, I'm letting you get to the end because I'm just like, I got so much to say, boy. I swear to God, yo. First of all, okay, the Little Mermaid thing, that was real. That was real. And that shouldn't have happened. You know what I'm saying? That actually was a real thing.
Real.
And it should not have happened. So basically, if you're listening to what this person is saying, right? First of all, he starts off saying or whatever, hey, to the person that uploaded this and, you know, made it a big thing and she tripping. I don't even see why, you know, this concerns her. Fool. Because you put it out there for everybody to see. So now everybody is in your business. They are concerned because it looks like some drama is going down. You know what I mean? And things are happening. And sometimes fights and whatever drama incites more fights. You know what I'm saying? And drama and so forth and so on. And if somebody's thinking it's real, they might decide to jump in and help and or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Break it up and, you know, might hurt somebody and all these things here. My thing is there's a time and place for everything. And in the theater, that is not the place. You know what I'm saying? It's just not the place. Right. Somebody could have easily gotten hurt or trampled over if they had started a stampede and so forth and so on. Mm-hmm. And if that had happened, then they would have had to put out a whole different statement like, oh, we're so sorry. We didn't mean for somebody to get killed and we were just doing it for fun and so forth and so on. Okay, well, take that outside somewhere. You know what I'm saying? Don't do it in the theater. And you're bringing unnecessarily negativity to Five Nights at Freddy's. You know what I'm saying? You know,
and to add on to what you're saying, Price, at the end of the day, y'all might be in on the joke, but not everybody in that theater is in on the joke.
Right.
So people are gonna view it in a completely different lens.
Yep.
Obviously, if you had not came out and said nothing, we would all just assume this was a fight, a legitimate fight. Yep. But we didn't know that y'all were playing around. But we behind the screens of a phone all over the world.
Right.
We don't know that. The people in the actual theater are sitting here like they're actually fighting because, again, they don't know and they're not in on your joke.
Yep.
So this sounds like a joke that just ain't funny, dog.
At all.
Just might wanna
At all. I mean,
Back to the drawing board with this one.
how are we supposed to know that y'all just taking a piss? You know what I'm saying? Whatever,
Yeah.
whatever that means.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
bloke.
saying?
Yeah, bloke.
Right?
Yeah, bloody bloke.
Good grief, bro. I listening to it, and when you're sitting, I'm listening to their logic and their reasoning for doing it. I'm like, it just sounds like kids. Like they said, the lads. You know what I'm saying? The lads, obviously. Just sound like a bunch of kids, you know, who their minds haven't matured enough to understand that, okay, while at the moment this seems fun and so forth and so on, you're not thinking about where this could go and the people that could get hurt behind it and the negativity that's drawing to the movie that you know you like and everything like that and so forth and so on. So I'm just listening to this, and I'm listening to him saying, oh yeah, I hope this kicks off a trend of folks staging fake brawls. Like, what? Come on, really? This is not
You know
wrestling.
What I mean? Like,
You know what I'm
I
saying?
ain't
Come
even
on.
really trying to. So technically, you can misinterpret that as trying to incite riots.
Yeah.
If you want people to just go ahead and just start, like, I ain't gonna hold you, man. I'm not trying to go to a screening. I'm not trying to go see a movie after probably a long day that I've already had.
Mhm.
And y'all start fighting in the theater while I'm trying to watch what's going on, or
Right.
wait for my post-credit scene
Right.
if there is one.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's crazy how some people need that type of
Attention.
what's the word? Yes, to function in life. You know, it's crazy because that's entertainment for them. And, you know, it's just not the right energy to be entertained by. You know, get enough of it on TV, so just leave it at that.
That
Yeah,
part.
man. Can we just leave?
Yeah.
Can we leave the choreography fights to the people who are supposed to do it?
Right.
Leave it to the professionals.
Like the stuntman in the movies. If you want to see that, then sit your butt down and watch the movie. You know what I'm saying? And you'll see all the choreography that you need to see. And Bree, like you're saying, going back to what you said, you know what it was for, right? That attention to get those 54,000 likes and those 25.6 million views or however many views it was. That's what it's all about. That's what most stuff. That's the world we live in right now. That most stuff that you're seeing is not even real. It is to get likes and views, and that's how we carry ourselves in this society nowadays. You know what I'm saying? It's based on, hey, I want somebody to look at me. You know what I'm saying? And click that like button. So I'm going to do something ignorant, you know what I mean, that may cause more problems later, but for right now, I just need them likes, you know. And it's just
Where they used to
shame.
say, "Do it for the vine."
Do it for the vine.
Chasing now.
Yeah.
The clout
Do it
chasers.
for the views. Yeah.
Yeah, man.
A wise man once said, guys, clout is a hell of a drug.
Yeah.
Absolutely, man.
It is.
Absolutely. So it's an unfortunate thing because the movie is, I love the movie. I really did enjoy it. And it doesn't need any kind of negativity surrounding it at all. And so this is just an unfortunate situation, but to me, those guys who decide to do that, I'm sorry, but you are monkeying around. You know what I'm saying? You are absolutely monkeying around. And you know, I'm just disappointed with that. You know what I'm saying? It just tells us the state that we are in society today. You know what I mean? You just don't know what to believe anymore. And look, here's the thing. Who knows? Maybe AI told him to do it. You know what I'm saying? Maybe it was AI. You know? Oh my God, man.
We putting you in monkey jail.
Yeah, baby. Yes, sir. So, monkeys, here's your banana. You know, enjoy that.
Go sit in timeout.
And go sit in time out. Absolutely. Absolutely.
Y'all take y'all time out seriously too, man. Because y'all see the trend, right? The good movies that don't need the bad press are the ones that have this going on.
Yep.
Now, where was this energy during Barbie?
Right, exactly.
During The Flash.
With nobody fighting. Yeah.
Where was this energy then? Y'all ain't want to fight during The Flash? Come on now. Why y'all gotta fight?
Oh, man.
Why y'all gotta fight during the Little Mermaid?
So
Stage denied.
So the next bad movie, we just gotta at the end, everybody fight. You know, we just hopefully we can incite a riot, you know, and we'll be the next month.
Change the narrative, man. Change the narrative. That's all.
Oh man. Well, hey man.
So bad, I just had to hit the person next to me. You know?
Right. Oh man. So hey, bro, we appreciate you bringing that to our attention as usual. Timmy, you know what I'm saying? We appreciate that. Because let's make sure we understand that when we started off originally, we actually thought it was going to be a real thing. And because that we have such an investigating journalistic researcher here, you know, she brought out the truth that no, it wasn't real. You know what I mean? And so because we have that, we get to bring you guys the truth. You understand what I'm saying? So that's what we have over here in the Hangout. We have some investigating journalistic type stuff going on, and Timmy's going to dig on in all the way to the bottom. She's going to get to the bottom of this thing, man, and make sure that everything is legit. So hats off to you, Timmy. Appreciate you debunking this so-called fight and bringing the real out. You know what I mean? Well, I can tell you like this here, man. It's Monday. And it is a marvelous Monday, I will say. And so please stick around, you know what I'm saying, as we get ready for the Marvels review, baby. Y'all know how we do, man. This has been another segment of Monkeying Around. And as always, we shall be back right after these Timmy treats.
I'm not gonna fight your war. I'm gonna end it.
Chill. All right. We're back, baby. We're back after that break. I've had me a nice bowl of Timmy treats. I'm feeling pretty good. I'm feeling a little marvelous up in here. You know what I'm saying? You know, and I think I'm ready to rock this thing, man, and talk about the Marvels. This is the Marvels review. Let me go ahead and put it out there right now. There will be spoilers. But we're going to try to keep it a little light on the spoilers and save it for the big spoiler at the end, because there was a major reveal if you stuck around for those post credits, man. Oh my God. They mentioned originally, hey man, it's gonna be some changes.
Very beast, dog.
Yeah, I know, right? See, look at you. Sam says, see,
Look at me.
I'm trying to be cool with it. I was trying to be cool with it. But nah, you know, we know some people don't know what you're talking about, but for those that know, hey, that was X, y'all. That was X.
If you know, you know.
Yep, you know. Oh my God, good stuff though. Good stuff.
I just said that was very cool. You know what I mean? That's all. That's awesome.
All right, X.
We know what you did there, but it's all good. It's all good. Oh man. But look, for those in the know, they should have got it. You know what I'm saying? They should have got it. But if they did get it, that means that they probably already watched this movie. That's cool. You know what I'm saying? So it's good stuff, man. So let me go into this real quick. Before we start doing our format, y'all know how we do review the cast. First things first, I think it's no secret Marvel has been struggling a little bit as far as trying to recapture the magic, okay? Now, let me make this clear for y'all. I wish I had their problem, because here's the thing. I want to create something so wonderful and so great that I can't even outdo myself. You know what I'm saying? And that's pretty much what they did with the Infinity Saga. They made it so good.
The life of Kanye.
They have been trying to outdo themselves. You know what I mean? So that's pretty badass. I'm just gonna say that, y'all. I'm gonna have to put it on out there, because that's a major benchmark. You know what I'm saying? To try to overcome. It's like, hey. You know what I mean? I'm trying to beat myself, you know, just like those runners who they got to beat their own records. You know what I mean? They're so fast, no one else can beat their records but them, right? So that's what we're going into. And I will say that DC, y'all better pay attention, because y'all have plenty of opportunities to catch back up between now and then. So if you didn't, hey, your fault.
Yeah.
Oh my God. But we're talking about the Marvels, guys. This is the Marvels review.
2024, guys. James Gunn, 2024.
James Gunn, 2024. All right. Hey, man, I want them to come back. I still love DC, man. I'm sorry, man. I got, you know, a soft spot for them, so I want to see them do good. But I do feel like they've had plenty of opportunities, man, because Marvel has not been on the same run that they were, and they could have really dropped, like all the Batman and all the, you know, the Jokers and all that, man. They could have been dropping and catching up a little bit, but yeah, it is what it is.
Marvel just been setting things up, but you
sure.
Really correct. DC had that opportunity to come in and make it do what it do, but I know we just have to wait and see.
Yep. Yeah. No. That's why I was saying what I was saying, because the only reason that Marvel's so-called struggling is because they set the bar so high. You know what I mean? But they plan 10 years ahead. So even these ones that aren't doing so well, I know they're going to come back with something, because it's just like you said, it's just set up, man. It's just set up. So
yeah, that's all.
Yeah.
Plus, you got to think about what else is going on with the writer's strike, and like there's other tangibles that are kind of holding things in all fronts. So even if you could have like maximized the opportunity, it would have been in poor taste. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, but Thor: Love and Thunder was what it was. Eternals was what it was. You know what I'm saying? And you just gotta take it for what it is. You know what I mean? But it's all good, man.
Eternals wasn't even that bad, dog. It wasn't even bad. It was a more serious project that everybody thinks is too serious and boring. That's why never mind. I'm gonna save it for the review.
Oh yeah, because we can be all day with this. We can do this all day. But yeah, man. All right, so let's go ahead and get into this real quick. Let's familiarize you guys with the cast. All right, of course we got to shout out, Captain Marvel herself, Brie Larson. You know what I'm saying? Carol Danvers. She's back. The last time we've seen her, or anytime we've seen her after Endgame, it has always been in some little post-credit scene. Popping up in someone else's movie and everything like that. In which case. Doesn't really give you a lot to play off of, right? She's usually in another universe or galaxy or something, doing her thing, saving people and so forth and so on. So we kind of know what's going on, but we kind of don't. And it's not until now that we actually see what she's been up to. All right, so that's Brie Larson, all right? And I'm going through the main players right here, of course. Iman Vellani, Miss Marvel. Last time we saw her, of course, was her in her own series, on Disney Plus. And I must say, even though this was, the life of a teenager and everything like this, teenage superhero and her origin story, I enjoyed it. She's, Iman Vellani is definitely an entertaining person. She is a true Marvel fan, so it was very believable to see her geek out and, you know what I'm saying, whatever she was like, oh my God, you know what I'm saying, getting her groupie mode, it was so believable because she's actually that way, you know what I mean? Like she's a young lady who's just enjoying being a part of the MCU, so, that's just got to be an amazing feeling.
That was my first time knowing who she is, and she did a great job.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And of course, got to give it up for our sister Tiana Harris, man, playing Monica Rambeau.
Monica.
Hey,
good job.
I'm trying to tell you, man. Just, lovely woman, lovely personality.
Monica.
She, anything I've seen her in from this to Candyman, whatever, you know what I'm saying? She holds down her part. I'll give her that. She definitely does her thing. The last time we saw her, of course, when it came to Marvel, she was in WandaVision, and we know in WandaVision that's where she acquired her powers and everything. So like you said, let's see, Marvel has been setting things in place. When they first dropped the whole, hey, Disney Plus episodes, and this is what we're gonna do, they told you then, hey, look, we're gonna tell a deeper story this time. We're gonna bring characters from the TV shows into the movies, and we're gonna try to do it as seamlessly as we can. They've had some wins, they've had some losses, with that. But for the most part, I think it's pretty exciting doing what they're doing because they're hitting it on all fronts.
Yeah.
Now, next, I cannot mention Monica Rambeau without mentioning her mother. You know what I'm saying? Played by Lashana Lynch, Maria Rambeau, Maria Photon Rambeau, as to be more specific. And we do know that from the comics, you know what I'm saying, that Monica Rambeau actually adopts that name Photon later on in the comics. And she was also Captain Marvel at one point in time herself. And I think her name was...
I gotta say, I don't mean to cut you off.
Go ahead.
I think she's a wonderful British actress.
Oh, absolutely.
And, I loved her in Woman King.
Oh, what? Man. Hey, let me tell you something. To even take a little attention from what's my girl, man, to play the main one, the Woman King herself. Viola Davis. To take any kind of attention away from her, you know what I'm saying, and be able to chew up a scene the way she did, that's a bad actress, man. And anytime she was on the screen, she was very commanding of the screen. You know what I'm saying? Like she took it over. Definitely a scene stealer in a good way.
100%.
Yeah. And so, you know, of course, she did a great job as taking over Bond. You know what I'm saying? She became the 007 and everything like that. You know, and of course, there was an uproar. You know, you cannot take a character that, you know,
How dare they have a female James Bond?
A black female James Bond. Let's be more real with it.
Oh,
you know,
get over yourself.
I'm just saying, it's all good. And last but not least, we definitely got to mention, because this was all about the ladies right here, man. The ladies was holding it down here, right? Zawe Ashton, who played Dar-Benn. Okay. She did her thing as well. I wasn't familiar with her before here, but she definitely did her thing. Right, now it makes a lot of sense, because, you know, in the in the movie, you know, they had her all grilled out, you know what I'm saying, you know, and everything like that. And I'm looking at this one picture and I'm like, okay, now that makes sense for that one piece they had right in the middle. You know what I'm saying? You know, one little piece of grill they had up in the middle now. Now I'm seeing the picture. Yeah, it makes perfect sense.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So, okay, they took advantage of that. They like, you know what? We're going to fill that gap. We got something perfect for you. Put this right up in here. But good, man. She, you know, did a thing. So, okay, now, and then of course, you know, Samuel Jackson, Nick Fury, you know what I mean? Nick Fury's coming off that Secret Invasion. Yeah, man.
Black Girl Magic.
Hey, you know what I mean? Right, so that's your top players up in there, man. And I will say that it was good to have this Pakistani, you know, actress in here. You know, she's from Canada, but to have her in here, you know, to have more inclusion into the movies, not just about putting more black people in and putting more Hispanics in. You know, there's a lot of ethnicities, and to see them all get a chance to come in and show what they can do, I just think that's amazing. You know, so hats off to Marvel for doing that. All right, now, Mr. X, if you don't mind, can you please tell us what this movie is really about?
Well, it stars Carol Danvers, aka Captain Marvel, who has reclaimed her identity from the tyrannical Kree and taken revenge on the Supreme Intelligence. However, unintended consequences see her shouldering the burden of a destabilized universe. When her duties send her to a wormhole linked to a Kree revolutionary, her powers become entangled with two other superheroes to form the Marvels. You know, we all know this movie came out in this past Friday, November 10th, 2023, you know, directed by Nia DaCosta.
You know, real quick, before we move into this trailer, my concern was that usually on opening night, like that Thursday night, which is the advanced screening, however you want to look at it, it's packed. For a Marvel movie, it's packed. And the fact that there was some seats left, I was like, okay, not the usual turnout. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But again, it was Thursday, you know, it was a weekday, and, you know, I didn't see what it looked like on Friday, Saturday, and Sundays. But coming out of the movie, I was like, they're going to miss out if they don't show up for this one. So anyway,
because I do think to add to that, it does give credence to the characters and the story too, because, you know, the next Marvel official film will probably have a more packed turnout that you're speaking of, and that'll be Deadpool 3. But
come on, what?
I think characters matter too. So
yeah,
it could be because it was, you know, Carol Danvers, and but I'm not trying to feel any narrative. So,
would you say X, all characters matter? Yeah.
All of them, every single last one of them. This ain't no agenda.
Oh my God! Now, here's my thing, and before we move on to, because the trailer's next, but I'm gonna get this in real quick, because we named the actors and everything like that. You know, women, you know what I'm saying, stand up, y'all doing your thing. We got black women, we got Pakistani women in here doing your thing. Stand up, women, you know what I'm saying, represent. And here's what I want to make sure that everyone is aware of. This was directed by a black woman. Okay, now I don't know you know, how many black women have directed a Marvel movie so far. I know a woman directed The Eternals. I don't know her ethnicity, but this could possibly be the first black woman to direct a Marvel movie. Now, I may be mistaken. If anyone knows better, please let me know. Sound off in the comments. But so far, I think this may be, and she is only 34 years old, man. 34 years old.
That's beautiful.
Doing her thug thing. Okay.
That's good.
Yeah, man. And
This one.
and yeah. So I'm loving it, man. I'm loving it. But yeah, she's the first.
And she's the first.
Yep, she is the first. And so just real quick, just for y'all to familiarize yourself with her, you know what I'm saying? We're going to just tell you real quick what other things that she directed. She directed, which is, that's why I'm like, I know I've seen her name. She directed Candyman. And so that's
Really?
perfect. Yeah. And that's perfect because
Every time a director has a cast, they try to, bring them along with them. So I see it. I
Yep.
can see it.
so she had Tiana Paris was in there with her. You know what I mean? So that just made sense. And it was a good, good movie. I did like that updated Candyman, as a matter of fact. She's a writer and producer known for Candyman, Little Woods, and The Marvels. So not a bad filmography so far. You're doing pretty good, baby girl. Just stay on it. You know what I'm saying? Stay on in what you're doing. Pick your projects wisely. So, okay. Love it. All right. Now, Breeski Wee, if you don't mind, can you please roll that beautiful being footage?
Carol Danvers, prodigal child of the Milky Way.
Nick Fury, my favorite one-eyed man of intrigue.
How goes it out there?
Cold, no air, space.
Captain Marvel, the Annihilator. You took everything from me. And now I'm returning the favor.
What is happening to me?
She's entangled our light-based powers.
So we switch places whenever we use them.
Strong theory.
You can absorb light. I can see it. And Kamala,
Who's Kamala?
hi, she can turn light into physical matter, which I have never heard of.
I could totally show you.
No!
She's targeting every planet we call home. I would never choose to bring anybody into this.
You are not the only thing standing between this and the universe.
Oh my god, we're a team.
Higher.
Further. Faster.
Who's a good kitty goose?
I can't. Can you?
I got it.
All right. And we're back. Yes, that was the trailer for The Marvels 2023, baby. Yeah, man. I mean, the trailer looks fun. You know what I'm saying? And I will say this time, the trailer doesn't really give you everything. You know what I'm saying? Like some of them do. There's a lot more going on in the movie that ties everything else together. And so far, I'm very optimistic about the future of Captain Marvel and Miss Marvel and Monica Rambeau. So it is time to do our discussion. And once again, please, spoiler alerts. There will be spoilers. We will be addressing some things that happened in this movie. We absolutely have to. We'll try to keep some of them light, but please believe it. At the end of this discussion, we have to reveal a big spoiler that came post credits. All right.
The following review contains spoilers. Audio discretion is advised.
Love it. So you got your warning. You've had it from the beginning. We told you. All right. Here we go. without further ado, baby, let's get into this thing here, man. All right. So, again, like I said, man, big problem that they've had is the fact that they just set the bar so high and they're coming back in, you know, and they're trying to get us back into it. You know what I'm saying? Trying to keep us, you know, I can say back into it, but it's trying to keep our attention and have us continue to go on this ride with them as they basically kind of start over. That's kind of how I'm trying to look at it. Like the same way they started with Iron Man and they had to build up and they had to build up and build up. We didn't know what they were getting to at the time. Just as right now, we're back in the same boat. We don't know where they're going. We've heard things and we got speculations and the Kang Dynasty. And, you know, if you're looking at Loki, like Loki is doing one thing. I got to tell you, Loki is probably one of my favorite series so far, man. Like Loki, I had to go back. Actually, I didn't finish the last episode of Loki. And I watched the Marvels and I said, well, you know what? Let me go back and watch the last one and see if anything they did tied directly into this, man. But anyway, please check out Loki if y'all want to really get the deep dive into what's going on with Marvel. I think Loki explains a lot. But coming into this, man, you know, I was excited about it. And from the first time it came on, I'm looking like, okay, Dar-Benn, I see her doing her thing. Of course, Dar-Benn, we know she's an accuser. If you guys watched Guardians of the Galaxy, the first one, if you're familiar with Ronan, he was an accuser, and so she has what they calling the universal weapon. All right, I think in the comics or however they might have called it, the cosmic rod or something like that. But officially, it's the universal weapon. So that staff-looking thing with the hammer-looking thing on top is what they call the universal weapon. And if we remember Miss Marvel's series at the end, you know, they show her with her bangles, apparently passed down from her grandma and so forth and so on. And these bangles are no different than the 10 rings, you know, that my boy has, you know, Shang-Chi.
Shang-Chi.
Right? We know that these are alien, you know, technology. They're not of Earth and everything like that. They have special powers. We don't fully understand them yet, but there's a deeper mystery to them. Well, apparently there's 2 of these bangles and Miss Marvel only has 1. And right at the end of her series, we see that this bangle has allowed her to swap places with Carol Danvers and so forth and so on. So again, we're left at the end of that series with a mystery like, oh, what does this bangle do? Well, when we come into the Marvels, we find out that Dar-Benn has located one of these the other bangle rather, and we find out that this bangle can actually open up, you know, wormholes and you know, what I'm trying to say, travel points, you know, into other galaxies and so forth and so on. And so this can be a game changer. But we also find out what her motive is, and that is basically to, which is kind of like some other plots of other movies, you know, to kind of steal resources from another planet and so forth and so on. Now we don't know why she's doing it, you know what I'm saying? Because they pretty much trying to set her up as the bad guy, right? And to their credit, of course, you know, they've had Killmonger, they've had Thanos, people who've actually had real reasons for being a bad guy. So to some people, he's not a bad guy, he's a hero, you know, it depends on the perspective of things. And it's the same with Dar-Benn, you know, to her people, she's a hero, because what we find out is that basically they have lost a lot of their resources, water, air, and light. And we don't know why at the time, but we know that this is what's going on, and she's basically just trying to save her people. But of course, that means some other people have to suffer in order for her to do that. Well, now we like, okay, now we know the stakes are high, all right? You know, we know the stakes are high. We need Captain Marvel to come in and do her thing. And of course, you know, she's out there in space. She's out there with Goose, right? You know, and, you know, we also find out that Samuel Jackson, you know, Nick Fury, he's back on the sword ship. You know, he was, last time we saw him, he was in Secret Invasion. Came back to Earth to try to set some things straight, some wrongs, undo some wrongs that he did. And, you know, but now he's back in true Nick Fury form, right? Patch is back on his eye. He's running things, you know what I mean? Doing what he'd do. And basically, you know, we find out that Miss Carol Danvers is out there in space by herself. And I like the way they try to set this up, because she's a loner, right? You know, her girl, you know what I'm saying, her girl has passed, you know what I'm saying, from cancer. We find that out in WandaVision when Tiana Paris, Monica Rambeau, wakes up. You know, she's been blipped for five years, and she wakes back up to find that her mother passed in those 5 years from cancer. And we also find out that she's a little upset with Carol, you know, for reasons we're not exactly sure at the moment, but I guess we can kind of maybe put 2 and 2 together, you know. But she definitely clears that up a little bit later. And so they take this moment to kind of see what's going on with Carol. And then we kind of, you know, pan over to Tiana Paris, see what she's doing. You know what I'm saying? She's now a captain and everything. And she's out in space in her spacesuit, trying to figure some things out, seeing what's going on out there. And then as well, Miss Marvel herself is in her room doing what she does as a teenager and so forth and so on. And as we saw at the end of her series, something starts glowing with the bangle, and boom, there you go. Here comes the switcheroo. And from that point on, man, all the fun definitely ensues because we trying to figure out why are they switching and so forth. Hey, and I'm gonna tell you this too, man. This is the funny part about it. This is what internet and all this other stuff does to you. I swear to you, when Tiana was like, hey, yeah, it looks like our powers are entangled. I'm like, God dog it, I hate that word now. You know what I'm saying? Because the whole thing with
in our community, I definitely hate that word.
Oh my God, bro! I'm like, why? Why? It just makes it sound so dirty.
Untangled.
Yeah, bro.
Untangled. Just
oh my.
It's gotta go.
Oh man, we got to do away with that word, y'all. We can't keep using entangled because it just messed up. That's the part that messed up the movie for me. You know what I'm saying? Just every time you said it's entangled, I'm like, oh.
Free Will Smith till it's backwards, man.
Right?
Free Will Smith till it's backwards.
God, man, every time she used it, you know what I want to say? Keep the tangle out your mouth. You said, I just like, golly. But nah, man. So we just find out that their powers basically now are intertwined with each other. Every time one of them uses it, another one pops up in their place and so forth, so on. And that's pretty much what we get. You know, Miss Marvel, she pops up in, I think in Tiana's, you know, suit, you know what I'm saying, space suit, and wherever Miss Captain Marvel is where Monica Rambeau, she pops up at and everything like that. So we all try to figure out what's going on. They don't know why this, that, and the other, da. But as you heard from the trailer, you know, Nick Fury thinks it's a strong theory that that's what's going on with them. You know, all their powers are intertwined. So for me, I'm into it, man. You know, I'm so far so good, man. I'm like, yeah, I like it. And to be honest with you, I think I even mentioned this to Tammy coming out of there. Iman made the movie for me. Like, her excitement took me back to the beginning of Marvel when everything was just so exciting and you felt like a kid again watching these movies. And that's how I felt watching it through her eyes. You know what I'm saying? Like, she's such a Carol Danvers stan, you know what I'm saying? You know, and for her to get a chance to help save the world with her was just like a dream come true. So us to watch that through her eyes was just absolutely amazing to me, man. I had a lot of fun with that character and everything. So and then the mystery with Tiana and Brie, you know, Brie Larson finding out what's going on with their characters and so forth and so on. But again, with Dar-Benn, I want to bring this up. Ronan the Accuser from the first Guardians of the Galaxy, I wasn't impressed with him. I really wasn't. I mean, I know he was supposed to be this big imposing guy, but when you see her compared to him, he looks real stiff now. You know what I mean? Like, she could not be touched.
Well, when you got motive behind it, you know what I'm saying? Like, what we all know, like, Ronan was he was a marksman pretty much, you know what I'm saying? Like, he didn't really have substance to his, you know, why he did what he did. He just did it because he was told to do it. You know, she had more substance behind. We actually later found out, once we understood her motives, just made her more dangerous because she's desperate.
Yeah.
You know, she showed that throughout her performance too, because she's like, all right, now we ain't got, you know, giving an update to the people, like, you know, we close, getting it all taken care of, this, that, and the third. But then behind closed doors, she panicking just like everybody else. Like, man, I gotta get this done. Can't look stupid around my people. Whatever resource we need, find me a bangle, anything I need to help finish this. A desperate person do desperate things, and, you know, it adds a level of seriousness, and, you know, she don't play.
Oh yeah. Well, she definitely had, you know what I'm saying, more depth as a character. But what I'm actually referring to is fighting skills and, you know what I'm saying, the way she was going about it. You know, when you go back and look at
Ronan was throwing hands, man.
Man, please. Ronan, man,
he lost.
He looked like
a lot.
He moved like Frankenstein, dog, compared to her, man. Like, she was all over the place, bro. Like, I mean, as far as, you know, her martial arts skills and whatever else and all that, compared to him, shoot, boy, I'll take her in a fight any day over Ronan, boy. She was getting with it. And it seemed like she knew how to use the universal weapon a lot better than he did, too. Like, golly. I was just really impressed with her, man, as far as, you know, fight skills and whatnot.
She might have been a higher ranked accuser then.
She might have been. Might have been. But yeah, man. So, and then, you know, of course, as we see, you know, from them popping in and out, you know, I think Miss Marvel's family was a lot of fun too. You know, the definitely the brother. You know, he had some great lines and everything like that. But just the parents' reaction to, like, wait a minute, you know what I'm saying? You know, Captain Marvel was just coming down our stairs, and then you pop back up, and nobody's telling us anything, and so forth and so on. So they just made it fun. I thought they were a fun family. You know, a great addition.
Zenobia, shout out to her, man. She plays a mom like nobody else. You know?
Oh yeah, absolutely, a real mom.
I don't want you in space.
Right?
It's just so they played off the humor that Miss Marvel had, which kind of made it a unique series to me.
Mm-hmm.
Like, people had their opinions on it. I enjoyed the series. I enjoyed
it too.
That viewpoint from a Pakistani family aura to it, you know what I'm saying? So they brought that back to this film to keep it, you know, kind of in the same lines. And trust me, they were definitely highlights of the movie.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Especially because they're just concerned parents at the end of the day, just trying to protect their daughter.
Right.
But now understanding that their daughter has a higher purpose. And she was put on this earth to do something.
And
and they're seeing their daughter do her thing.
Yeah. And you gotta let people grow up. You know what I'm saying? You can't protect them from every single thing, and you know what I mean? You gotta let them go out there and learn some things. And that was cool because it was like it was you saw the arc for Miss Marvel, but you saw the arc for the family as well, because as we know later on, the mom was like, you know what, you can handle yourself. You know what I mean? Let me let you do what you do. You know, and so that's just was a cool arc with them as well. But yeah, man. So you know, getting them all together now. You know, all the women to get together, and you know, like I said, Miss Marvel, she's met her you know, hero and everything. And yeah, and so just watching that whole exchange and all that stuff there had me excited. You know what I'm saying? Just looking at her face, like she was just having a lot of fun. And not only the character Miss Marvel, but the actress as well. She was just having a ball. You know what I mean? Being involved in that world. You know, in that little playground basically. And so
it gives Tom Holland, you know what I'm saying, the kind of actor he is in this Marvel universe, you know. That joyous infectiousness that they give, that beady-eyed, like, wow, this is all new and this is all amazing. That humble, like, good kidness about them.
Yeah.
Just adds like layers to their character and stuff, you know.
I think she'll listen a little bit more though.
Oh, then
Tom
Holland, yeah, probably.
Peter, yeah.
Facts.
So yeah, man. So now we starting to get to it. Like you said, you know, the people are now, you know, she brings the air. Darby brings the air in, you know, and now, you know, hey, take off your mask. You know what I'm saying? You can breathe. And I actually felt like I'm looking like, man, they got COVID or something going on over there. You know what I'm saying? They all masked up and everything. So, you know, now they can breathe. And now you're starting to see, like, okay, yeah, she's, you know, maybe she's going about it the wrong way, but her heart is in the right way. She's just trying to save her people. And, you know, how did they even get that in that way in the beginning? And then, of course, you know, later we find out that, you know, after the end of Endgame and Captain Marvel's original movie, the first movie, you know, she literally said, hey, I'm tell the Supreme Intelligence I'm coming for her. You know what I'm saying? I'm about to come see about her. And that's exactly what she did. You know, she went to go see about
and saw her.
She came and saw her. Absolutely. Unfortunately, there's consequences to your actions. And as much as she's trying to be that hero and everything like that, you know, the way she went about it, she actually caused problems for these other people, you know. And I'm pretty sure, I mean, you know, we can't just group them all together and say, oh, they're Kree, so they're bad, right? You know, I'm pretty sure there are some good Kree people in there, you know what I'm saying? You know, and they have their own views of everything as well, too. So we find out that her destroying the Supreme Intelligence came with consequences. You know, it took away their air, took away their water, took away their sun, right? And so these people have been suffering, you know, and does that make Carol Danvers a hero or a villain? Perspective, right? We don't know.
Depends on the eye of the viewer.
Eye of the viewer. And so maybe that was the reason.
To society,
right? And maybe that's the reason why she chose to just stay up there by herself and alone and everything. Like she was dealing with her guilt and so forth and so on. But she's linked up with them
in the movie. That is actually what she touched on.
Right.
She said she didn't feel comfortable with herself because of the damage that she caused, the destruction. So she figured if she fixes it all, you know, a little character development. You know what I'm saying? Learning self-awareness and, you know, you don't have to do this, and the third to, you know.
Yeah, man. So it was good to watch her, you know, because I mean, you know, you can have a character with all these powers and they can do all these things, and that's great. They can fly, they can glow, shoot stuff out of their hands, and that's great. But they're still people. In the end of the day, there's still people who are making choices, and other people have to suffer for those consequences. And I do like Marvel for addressing that and not just making it like, oh yeah, go blow up stuff and knock down buildings, and well, what about the people on the ground with these buildings falling on top of and all that? You know what I mean? So I like when they address that and they make the heroes accountable for their actions. You know what I'm saying? I love when they do that. You know, same as Civil War when, you know.
I was just about to say, dog, you starting to sound like Tony, man.
Hey, man, it's what it is.
Iron Man side, bro.
It's what it is, bro. You know what I'm saying? I mean, come on. You know, you got to hold people accountable for their actions. So I like when they do that. It makes it more grounded to me, right? And so, of course, as time goes by, we start to find out a little bit why Tiana, you know, Monica Rambeau was a little upset with Brie Larson. You know what I'm saying? She kind of feels like, well, you know, hey, mom, she had cancer. Where were you? You know, where were you? But she doesn't know until they do the whole memory thing, you know, the Skrulls memory thing that they had her hooked up to in the first movie. Carol Danvers hooked up in the first movie, which allows you to tap back into your memories and bring them all back out. And so, hey, we got all three of the ladies now going through the memories, and they can see and find out that actually Carol Danvers did come back to Earth, and she did talk to Maria Rambeau, and you know, she knew that she was dying, and she basically was like, hey, I'm gonna need for you to take care of Goose. You know what I'm saying? I need you to look after Monica, you know, and you know, basically Carol was like, hey man, it should have been you. You should have been, you know, Captain Marvel. And she's like, no, I didn't want that. You are the Captain Marvel, but these are the things I need you to do. So yeah, Monica finds that out, and I feel like at that moment right there, she kind of loosened up a little bit. You know what I'm saying? When she, you know, saw that she actually did come back and, you know, talk to her mom or whatever. So now after that, now they're a little bit better, and now they realize, you know what, we got to do something, man, with these powers. You know, we can't just be, because you know, of course, they don't know how to control it. And they all over the place, man, right? They're like, I think the comparison was like to the 3 Spider-Men in Home, what was it, Homecoming? Not Homecoming, what was it, Far Away From Home or whatever that was?
No Way Home.
No Way Home. You know, the 3 Spider-Men, you know what I'm saying? Their first time working together, they couldn't get it together, you know, until they had to, hey, we got to get this right. And the same thing with these 3 superheroes, you know, they had to learn how to, you know, time it and everything. And I thought that whole double dutch thing, I thought that was cool, because double dutch is not an easy thing, right? When you see women do the double dutch and they, all right, go, you know, and all that that was a really good way to synchronize their actions. I really actually enjoyed the little montage of them getting their stuff together, you know. But I thought a part that was cool, man, when that, you know, they got their little powers, they pretty confident. Okay, we can go and do this thing now. And they meet up with, they go to I forgot the name of the planet, but Prince Yan, played by Park Si-yoon. You know, they go to there and everybody's singing, right? The whole whole planet. That's how they communicate.
Oh, everybody's favorite part, right?
Through song, right? The Disney number, because we know how Bree feels about musicals. We know 40 loves those musicals. So pretty sure this was probably her favorite part.
Negative. Negative.
Big negatory, dog. Big negatory.
Negative. Start all that.
Oh my God, right? I was just like, that's so cool.
And which I mean is a little derivative of the Captain Marvel comics, I believe. I don't think it was singing that they can communicate in, but it is like a rhythmic tone, like a rap, they talk in rhymes.
Rhymes, yeah.
So I guess they in the movie they was like, let's add a singing element to this. Let's make this some.
It wasn't that bad,
Yeah.
It was just one little part I survived through.
You made it through. It wasn't that bad. It wasn't that bad. It could have been worse. It could have absolutely been worse, but it wasn't that bad.
By adding a whole nother scene with singing.
Yeah, man. Yeah. So and the colorful planet, you know what I mean, everything. Kind of actually remind me of Black Panther's, vibe a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Everybody dressed in their, colorful garb and everything. Stuff like that. And dancing around and everything. I thought it was, it was all right. And so
the whole movie kind of reminded me of that. Black Panther due to the technology that they were doing.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
No doubt. Yeah,
Black
man.
Panther, the blueprint.
And so, what was funny though?
Black Panther, the blueprint.
What was funny, we kind of found out, I guess, that Carol Danvers actually got married to somebody, right? You know what I'm saying? And it did make me think.
And see, here's the part why I think they just added that. I just think they added that piece and component to show the importance of why. Because, Carol said that she's attacking the planets that we love, and I'm like, well, to the other two Marvels, they don't know this planet at all whatsoever. So why is this, you know what I'm saying? And then I keep going into it. We find out that Carol is married for diplomatic reasons.
Yep.
To help preserve the peace of the planet.
Right. And it was cool, when she actually she's a nice looking woman and all that, but when she changed into her, ceremonial garb and everything like that, I was like, okay, all right, Bray, you looking
saw that
good.
You saw the twirls, the twinkles, like she Cinderella.
Said, okay, girl. Turned into a little princess over there.
Yeah.
And then see, that's what I'm really like, okay, this is definitely Disney. You know what I'm saying? Because they princess her right on up on that one.
Yeah, they did.
In a hurry too, yo. I mean, twinkles and all. I mean, still, of course, but it's a Marvel suit. It's her suit, basically, in a dress form, but I'm like, still.
It's still. You know what it is. So,
let's get our Disney princess on. Why
right.
not?
And so, yeah, man. So that it was little fun little part, kind of break from all the action for a second. And of course, he starts talking and he's like, whoa, wait a minute, I thought it was singing. He's like, oh, he's bilingual, And so I was like, that was cool, funny little part. So he still got a couple little jokes in there, but it wasn't too jokey to where you're not, you can't take it serious at all and everything. So, but of course, as we know, that's all of that is interrupted, when Dar-Benn comes in there and she's getting them for their water, because this is a water planet, right? She's already got the scrolls, of course, for their air, and now they're going for the water, right? And it was a pretty good fight. I liked the choreography of that as well. It was good. They're doing their thing and so forth and so on. But of course, they still kind of trying to learn how to switch in and out and everything like that. And then we kind of see a couple more of Monica Rambeau's powers, and realizing, wow, she gets to phase through people, and because of course they just made it seem like, oh, she can see light and everything like that, but she can phase through people, man. And boy, this really ramped up her powers, man. I was really impressed. I will say, what I had to ding him for was, she seemed to learn her flying abilities a little too fast for me, because at first she couldn't fly at all until your boy said, hey, black girl magic. And then she finally got off her feet. You know what I'm saying?
I was gonna say, man, she kind of was in that predicament where she kind of like, you kind of gotta, you're the only one that can. You kind of gotta be the only one. So she had to learn on the fly, and I mean,
literally, and I get it, like that part right there, and she was still a little kind of fumbly with it. But I'm talking about like right after that, like once she got past that first part, unless there was a part where she was practicing on her own and we couldn't see it, she got a little bit of adept at, at flying, you know what I'm saying? Whereas you see other origin stories, it kind of takes them a couple times, to really get it down, But of course, we know the movie wasn't, an hour and 30 something minutes. So they only got but so much time, an hour and 45 minutes. Which is, I think this is the shortest Marvel movie they've had. She didn't have a lot of time, so I get that. Some things probably didn't make it to the, probably was on the cutting room floor. And
plus it kind of makes sense because Monica hasn't really been in training scenarios like that. You know what I mean? So she's just been kind of low tier using her powers here and there for when she needed to when she was on that space station. So this is kind of like training in a sense, but fast paced, like you said, because we only got an hour 45 to really tell the story. So
yep. And so yeah, man. So
she fly at the end.
Yeah, no,
she fly at the end.
She was doing a thing, so which makes sense to me, of course. I mean, little time has gone by, hopefully, like I said, we're just gonna imagine that she was practicing when we weren't being shown, But they got past this part, and now we know that. Okay, now Carol Danvers is really starting to understand it now. She's really honing in on what's going on with Darbian and why she's targeting these particular planets and what she actually wants. And now it clicks. They're like, oh, okay. If she's going after the places we love and the things that they need, we know that they're going for Earth and the sun next, right? So now it brings it on back home again. Because of course, when you see these other planets, the Skrulls and this other planet with the, we like, oh man, that's messed up. But I mean, it ain't Earth, so hey, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh well, right? Kind of like, how it happens here in America. You hear about all the stuff that happens in other countries and everything, and we feel for them, but it ain't hit home yet, right? So it ain't just really hit you. Kind of the same when you're watching stuff happen to these other planets, but then once it comes back to Earth, you're like, oh my God, oh no, save Earth, right? I thought in the middle of all of that, man, what was a cool side little story, kind of side mission, was the whole thing with Goose and finding out these eggs are being laid all around the ship, and like, what is going on? Funny looking eggs and everything, and which we find out later that Goose was pregnant, right? Goose was swallowing everything up, and she was licking herself and all that, and we, for all the cat lovers out there, we find out, and Bree 40, I'm pretty sure you probably know this, that when cats lick themselves and do all that other stuff and eat extra, that means, hey, they're pregnant and they're about to have some babies. And that's exactly.
I wasn't ready for that scene.
You weren't ready.
I wish my cat would. They'd be outside.
I wish a cat would.
I know.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, man. But yeah, old Goose was pregnant. What you got?
Me not knowing that fact, actually, that makes more sense, now that I'm, because then I'm watching it, right, and I don't know that fact, right, but then we get to the scene where they're like, what is this? Is this an egg? Like, they're talking about whatever that thing was, right? That would later be basically an egg for the cats. I guess if that's what we're calling it, but like me not knowing that, it makes more sense. So if I had known that fact ahead of time, I would have known, okay, so they might play on that later on in the movie or something.
Yep. But it's good. Okay. I mean, we all came away learning something.
Eggs the whole time.
Yeah, all around the ship too, just everywhere, right?
Laid a lot of eggs.
Yeah. But it's a good thing that she did, because what we find out, because we, of course, now we watching the first Captain Marvel and we see Goose swallow somebody up. He's swallowing the bad guys, right? Never see them again. We don't even thinking about it. We just, oh yeah, well she ate them. Good for them. They bad. Well, we find out from just the scene in the house that she actually regurgitated those guys, you know what I'm saying? So they weren't eaten up, they were just stored inside her some kind of strange way. And fortunately, was able to take that knowledge and turn that into a way to save everybody, because I think the elevator or something got stuck or damaged or whatever in the ship, on the sword ship with Nick Fury, and they couldn't send everybody to the escape pods and so forth and so on. So they opted to hey all you flirkins, you mother flirkins, go ahead and swallow everybody up. And that's how they decided to save all those people. You know what I mean? Because otherwise, those people would not have made it. So I thought that was really cool, man, to have these cute little cuddly kittens swallow everybody, and you can hear on the announcer is like, hey, stop running, let the cat eat you. You know, and people are like, what? I'm not gonna let this cat eat me. So they are terrified, man. They are screaming and running around looking crazy, and all they trying to do, the cats are just trying to save their life, man. And so that was just cool. So I just thought, I was happy for all the cat lovers out there, you know what I'm saying, that's probably like, see, we told you, cats are good, you know, we love our cats. So I just thought for all the cat lovers out there, that was their time to shine right there, you know what I mean? So I actually thought about you on that moment right there, Bree.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So
okay.
But yeah, so you know, hey man, the Flerkens are doing their thing, they're swallowing everybody up, you know, and to get everybody to safety, and we loving it. But of course, Dar-Benn has not given up, and she is coming for that Earth Son partner. She got to have it, yo. Yeah. And it wasn't until later, of course, that she finds out that Ms. Marvel holds that other bangle and everything. So now she's her target now. You know what I mean? She got to get that other bangle, baby, and do what she got to do. Because she get that other bangle, oh boy, she's going to tear a hole in reality, man, right into this universe. Literally, right? And so, yeah, man, so we get to that part, man, and that was a really good part to see them at the end. They're all familiar with their powers and what they can do and entanglement and all that, and they just giving it to Zar. But of course, as we know, you know, heroes, they always got that one little Achilles heel, man. They never want to kill the person, right? You know, we all, you know, if you sit in the theater, you're like, just kill them, get done with it, right? But they always like, no, we're gonna arrest them or do this, whatever. And of course, that's that person's chance to escape or do whatever they do.
Justice for their crimes.
Yeah, all that. And of course, you know, she gets out of it and, you know, gets the bangle from Miss Marvel and does her thing. But they warned her, don't do it, you know. But, you know, just was too powerful for her, man. And of course, you know what I'm saying, didn't go the way she wanted to go. Now you got to rip and tear into the galaxy or universe or however, man. And we find out that there's another reality over there. Wow. Well, now Dar-Benn is gone. He's gone, yo. But we still got a problem. You know, we've saved Earth and everything, but we got a problem now because we got to tear, we got to rip. And of course, this is where you get to see Monica Rambeau really shine. And the first time that we get a chance to see her as Photon, even though they didn't give it her name, because, you know, Miss Marvel been trying to give it a name the whole time. And I think she even mentioned Spectrum something at one point in time, and that was the name that she had in the comics. And I thought that was cool. But obviously, I think they're going to go with that Photon. But we got a chance to see her get her glow on, man, you know, and get her shine on. And it was just a really, really cool moment to see her transcend, you know, to her higher powers and all this stuff, man. And of course, you know, she gets a chance to save the day. You know, Carol's trying to save her, but unfortunately, she couldn't. And Monica Rambeau is gone as far as what we know. She's gone, man. But she has saved the day. And that's what we like our heroes. If they're gonna sacrifice themselves, they sacrifice themselves for the greater good of everybody else. So Monica Rambeau is definitely, I think at that moment she became the ultimate hero of the whole movie at that moment for her sacrifice, right? But good stuff, man. Hey, the day is saved, and Bree now is helping Miss Marvel's family move into the house that Monica Rambeau grew up in with her mom and everything, because of course we find out that Miss Marvel's family, their house is just destroyed, so they're out of New York and they're now in Louisiana. And Amon is talking to Bree and like, hey man, you know, we made a good team, you know what I'm saying? I think that gives her the idea of, you know what, putting together a team might be the thing to go with, right? You know. Fast forward to her playing Nick Fury, which I thought was cool. You know what I'm saying? We flash back now to my girl Kate Bishop, right? You know what I'm saying? That was, bro, that was cool, man. Cause we hadn't seen Kate Bishop in a minute, you know, since her series with on Hawkeye, right? You know, and but we see what's going on. They ushering in the new, you know what I mean? The younger ones. They working on this Young Avengers now, right? So they got her sitting in the. Oh my God, dog! I thought that was cool. You know, you're not the only, you think you're the only superhero on Earth, you know what I'm saying? So I was like, oh, they gave her all the lines Nick Fury had. So that's why I was saying in the beginning of the review that you can see how they're kind of starting over and giving us that same thing again. It's a little different, but it's kind of the same blueprint in a sense. And that was a fun part because Amon she's just having a ball, man, doing her thing. And yeah, because I'm curious to see what Kate Bishop does too, because she was fun. You know what I'm saying? She has some good lines and good quips and everything. But of course, here we are. And again, spoiler alert, because here is the big one. Here's the one that we all waited for. Oh my God. Oh my God, man, if you listen, the whole time we've been waiting, like, how are they gonna do it? And we know that they touched on it a little bit in Doctor Strange, right? They gave us Professor X. Okay, so it's not like this is the first time, but it kind of don't count. What'd you say, bro?
From a different universe.
From a different universe, right? But that's what I'm saying. Like, it kind of don't count because you like, that didn't really count. They was in a whole nother universe, and they body walking. What do they call it? Spirit walking or whatever they call it, man. And so it was like, it didn't really count because it didn't stick, right? But this one seems different.
But it does kind of count too because of. Okay, we'll get into it, and then I'll explain why.
You about to spoil it for them?
Technically count,
because if that's the case, then those characters are gone. You know what I'm saying? Like Scarlet Witch universe. Yeah, exactly. Scarlet Witch, she did her thing, so you can kind of count them out, right? They're done.
Yeah.
Spaghetti. I mean, come on, bro. Now this one though is like, okay, because our hero is still in this universe, so we have to go back to her. We're going to address this because we got to find out what's going on with Monica Rambeau. And as we saw, she wakes up, and she looks beside her. It's like, oh, my mom. And I thought it was really cool how they switched the perspective of that, because she woke up in one vision in the chair next to her mom's hospital bed. Well, now Maria Rambeau, who we know now is another character though, she's binary. She's sitting beside her, and she's like, oh my God, my mom. And she's looking like, who? Girl, I don't know you. What are you talking about, And then we hear that voice. And it's funny because as it happened, I saw something blue go across the screen, and I was like, what is that? And we hear that voice, dog, and we find out it's Kelsey Grammer, man. I mean, they found the original OG Beast.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Love it, man. Love it, love it, love it, love it. A couple people in my theater was super excited. I'm super excited, seeing Beast on the screen. You know what I mean? Last time they gave us Professor X, now we get Beast. It was perfect because he's a scientist. You know what I'm saying? He's the Hulk and whoever else are scientists. Tony Stark. Tony Stark and all them. They're the scientists in this universe, but in that universe, it's Beast, of course. So I just thought it was cool, and that they went with Kelsey Grammer instead of the younger Beast. You know what I mean? That they gave us in those first class X-Men movies.
He also name dropped Charles.
He name dropped Charles
because he said Charles wants to talk to her.
Yep. So we know this Charles is alive again, right? That was cool. And then to see her mom get up, or Lashana Lynch get up, and she's wearing the binary suit and everything like that. You know what I'm saying? She got the bangles on, so those bangles mean something in their universe too. So it was just cool, man, to see how they flipped all of that.
But that's why I said that Doctor Strange stuff still does matter, because in that universe, Maria Rambeau was Captain Marvel of that universe, right?
Oh, yeah, she was.
In that universe, she still is, technically. She's just the Super Saiyan 3 version of Captain Marvel, which is fine. You know what I mean? Final form.
Yeah, I get that. But what I'm saying is,
like, it still technically matters.
What I'm saying is, in that other universe, though, if it mattered, it don't matter no more because they're all dead. They are gone, bro. So Scarlet Witch saw to that. You know what I'm saying? Like, and
it just confirmed to me that that's the real Carol Danvers.
That's the real.
Right there. Yeah.
Oh man. Yeah. So yeah, man. So definitely it was a big surprise, and the whole time, bro, I'm just waiting. I'm like, they gotta bring in these X-Men, because this is how you're going to get people back into Marvel. If you bring these X-Men in, they're coming back in droves because everybody's waiting on it. But I get it. You got to be patient. And Kevin Feige seems like a smart dude. He had to wait to the right moment to bring it in. You know what I'm saying? And he had to make it make sense. And the only way to do that, man, is through different realities and so forth and so on. And, and all of this looks like it's just getting us ready for the Secret Wars and Kane Dynasty stuff and everything like that.
Yeah, because I think I truly believe that this. So the beef with Captain Marvel, it had nothing to do with the end game of everything. You just wanted to establish a character. That's how everybody felt like. You just wanted to establish Captain Marvel and then have her do her thing in the big movies, you know. But I feel like this movie is important because the only people who can patch up these time jumps that were opened up, now one of them is in another universe.
Mm-hmm.
So the next time it happens and it goes down, it's going down.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
So I think that's why it helps set up Secret War in a way, because basically Dr. Doom, he made his own planet that started blending into Earth and stuff like that. So I just think, you know, if he's playing this smart, we gonna see them spurts. But I think the next saga is a mutant saga, bro. I truly believe they're gonna have their own run.
Yeah.
Once they clean all this up. I think that's why too they want to establish people, but I think throwing them in small in chunks, I think it's leading us into their own saga.
I can see that. I mean, it like I said, I don't feel like he's too far from the blueprint of what he did the first time, where he, you know, everybody had a little cameo in somebody else's movie, and then the next movie you saw, oh boom, here's their thing, or you know what I mean, or you get more of them now, you know.
Yep.
And so yeah, it's cool, definitely. Without a doubt, I won't argue that. I don't know how he's gonna do it, but I think that probably the most important movie is gonna be Deadpool. It's got to be Deadpool, man, because you know he's got Hugh Jackman, who was like done with Wolverine. He died as Wolverine in Logan. You know what I'm saying?
Literally
Different
died.
timeline.
Literally died.
Yeah.
Yep. Different timeline though.
And now he's coming back with the original yellow suit that he wore in the comics. Come on, bro. So I feel like now, at this moment now, Kevin Feige has taken his toy box and he's just dumped it over now. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, it's on now. You know what I mean? I'm bringing them all out.
Oh, yeah. I mean, he got big shoes to fill. He said the mutants are his favorite. So, I mean, he got to cook. I think slowly but surely we seeing it kind of come into place. Like you said, he dumping that toolbox out, man. I think he going to work.
Which makes sense because he started off on X-Men, the original X-Men. He started off in that series. You know what I'm saying? He was, you know, behind the scenes and everything, but that's where he started at. You know, so he's just kind of full circle for him. So I'm actually happy for him.
Shout out Kelsey Grammer for, you know, reprising the Beast role.
Oh, absolutely.
In that alternate universe that's adjacent to our universe.
Yeah, absolutely. I wasn't crazy about the CGI. I wasn't crazy about it, but I can, you know what I mean? I can overlook it just to give me some X-Men, man. I can overlook that.
I hear you.
You know what I mean?
I hear you.
So anyway, all right. Well, I think we guys have given y'all enough. Definitely please check that out. You know what I'm saying? So now let's go ahead and jump into our reviews real quick and let everybody know how we felt about this movie. So, who is the first brave Marvel soul to drop them numbers? Bam. Okay. So, not everyone's speaking once, but I'll just do it like this. Bree, what do you think? What did it make you feel like? I think you probably got the freshest eyes of us all when it comes to this movie.
I think it had action-packed. It was fun, adventurous. Acting was good. What else? I couldn't watch this in XD because it would have been too loud.
For sure.
Anybody that can handle that, they're brave. What else? Other than that, I would give it a 8.5.
8.5. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Not bad.
I enjoyed it.
It's a thumbs up, huh? Okay. Not bad. So Ray,
I'll jump in next.
You gonna jump in next? Oh, okay. I was gonna nudge my boy because he know I was gonna wake him up over there.
Where's CBR?
We was in the theater together, y'all. So that's why I had to mess with my boy a little bit. But come on with it, bro.
You know me, man. Not a Marvel-holic. Haven't been following the timeline, so I'm going into the movie. Don't know none of the characters.
I will say too, by the way, I'm sorry, bro. I gotta let them know, because at the end when we came out, he was like, "Who's that blue dude?" And we like, "What? What?" Bree, we felt like the same way when you asked us the difference between Star Wars and Star Trek. We like, "What?" The record stopped. We like, "What you mean? Who the blue dude?"
Radar. I don't know much about Marvel either.
Maybe I need to get into it and watch it and follow the timeline, because people in the movies, they was excited about the movie.
Wasn't they though, bro?
They were, man. They were. But I enjoyed the movie. It was, like Bree said, good acting, good action scenes. Me to rate the movie, just as a casual viewer, not knowing anything about Marvel, I give it an 8 out of 10.
Not bad. Not bad. Okay. That's not bad. Now listen, guys, this is coming from someone who's not a Marvel fan. This is just saying, generally, if you want to go watch a good movie, you don't have to be a Marvel fan. You can watch it and still feel like, oh, I enjoyed that movie. Not bad. My man. All right. Coming down to the wires. SC, what you got?
All right. Okay. So, getting into this movie, I had to go back and reflect. I had to remember what happened in the past. Miss Marvel and what was the other movie?
WandaVision?
So, yeah, WandaVision. I'm sorry, my mind went blank. But I had to go back in my memory banks and try to visualize what had happened to get us to this point of the Marvels. And then in the beginning of the movie, they did a good job of going back and reflecting and trying to show us what had happened in the past to get us up to this point. I enjoyed the actors. They all did a good job. You know, I'm all for the action, cinematography, how they put the set pieces and set design and action and all that stuff together. So they did a pretty good job at that also. I'm curious to see where this is going to go in the future, because Marvel, in my eyes, they have us to a point where it's like we know what's going on, but we don't know what's going on. And I'm curious to see what's going to happen in the future. I'm excited for the setup. I had a lot more to say, but for some reason my mind went blank. So we're gonna cut it short. Keep it short and simple.
The Kree wiped your mind.
I don't know what happened, man. I was ready. I was prepared, but we're gonna give it an 8.5. And I know as soon as this is done with, I'm gonna have all
everything that you want to say.
Yeah.
We'll let you come back on the next episode and drop it.
But I'm gonna give it an 8.5. 8.5.
8.5. What? We no lower than 8 so far. Okay. All right. X, go ahead and drop that 7.5, man. Break it up a little bit, dog.
All right, man. So I'm gonna tell y'all why it's 7.1. All right. So the Marvels, right?
Mm-hmm.
For what it is to the sacred timeline that we're watching unfold in front of us, for what it is, great acting. I feel like some of the dialogue went flat, you know, between Brie and you know, Monica from time to time, because I feel like Larson kind of lacked, you know, a little bit of oomph in some of the serious matters where I feel like, you know, Tiana kind of picked it up. Like, kind of like she's making me feel more of what, you know what I'm saying, what I'm supposed to feel, versus someone who's been in this isolation, you know, feeling lonely, don't know, like losing communication skills in a sense, you know what I'm saying, because she's been so isolated and wrapped with so much guilt. You know, I got that more from Thor than I did from her. So I mean, I'm gonna dock a little bit for that. Some of the scenes I felt kind of like pulled you away a little bit, because I feel like they were trying to stay serious but be comedical at the same time, and I feel like some of it was kind of forced, some of it was kind of flat. But other than that, overall, for the story of what they told and what we got, especially the end credit scenes, it's not a 7.5 for me. I'm gonna give it an 8.
Okay, that's fair.
I'm gonna give it an 8.
That is fair.
Very fair, you know, very solid. It's not a bad movie, but it's not the greatest piece of cinema art I've ever seen.
Yeah.
So,
Absolutely. And just to piggyback off you, if it wasn't gonna be you saying it, I was absolutely about to go there with that and really just say that even though it's a Captain Marvel movie, I'm glad that they named it the Marvels, because that's really kind of how it felt. Like she was the least interesting person in the movie to me this time. You know what I'm saying? Like it's
like you said,
supposed to be
like
hers.
You said, Iman ran away with this.
Yeah, no, it was hers.
She was definitely Kobe the whole film. And I felt like I was watching Miss Marvel too. You know what I'm saying? Like she ran away with this. She took it away from Brie Larson, and I feel like she was the least of the whole film. Even you can't outdo Samuel L. Jackson. I mean, come on now. But I just feel like I needed more from her, actress wise.
Yeah. So yeah, that's me coming out of it. That was basically, I think, the first thing I even said to Timmy and Ray was that this was her show. You know what I'm saying? She stole the show all the way, and then the second person was Tiana, Paris. You know what I'm saying? Both of them. And let's just be real with it. Brie Larson has been Carol Danvers for a while, and like I said, the only other times that you got a chance to see her, like unlike everybody else, like she got a chance to pop in people's movies and really have a part. You know what I mean? She be able to chew on some dialogue a little bit and do something. With her, it's been like these little flashes, like and any time that she was in it, it was like she was on some almost like a Zoom call or something. You know what I'm saying? Like at the end of Shang-Chi, in Endgame, you know what I'm saying? She came in as, on a holographic type of thing for a second, but never really getting a chance to intermingle with these other characters and have fun with them. It was just like, it's almost like she's so powerful, they almost don't know what to do with her sometimes. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Even when it comes to finding somebody to give her a real challenge, like even Thanos couldn't really, he headbutted her, he couldn't do nothing. She just blinked at him like, boy, stop. And so, they kind of seem like they don't really know what to do with her all the time, right? And she kind of has like no personality at some points. You know what I'm saying? They even say like she don't smile enough or whatever, right? So, so for me too, man. I'm like, God, man, the scenes that she's on, I'm like, y'all can kind of get past her and let's get back to Iman and Tiana. You know what I'm saying? They're the fun ones. They're making you have fun with this thing. And part of that may be they're new to the Marvel universe, so they're still excited. Even their acting, they're just excited to be a part of it, man. And Brie Larson she doesn't have that. And that's not to take away from her, because I've actually enjoyed her in other movies like 21 Jump Street. You know what I'm saying? I go back and look at that. I'm like, wow, that was Brie Larson playing that part. She was fun. You know what I'm saying? She was fun in Scott Pilgrim. You know what I'm saying? She was cool in that movie. I've enjoyed her in a lot other more movies. Even Fast X, man. I enjoyed her more in Fast X than I did in her own movie. And that's just crazy to be able to say that. They really need to find a way to give her more personality or something. I don't know. But they got to do a lot better with her than to just give her all these powers.
Be the bubbliest, you know what I mean? But
yeah, but she got to do something, bro.
Something under that surface.
Yeah,
something under the surface.
Something to make me feel for her, and so being attached her to when she's having these issues. Like I get it. Like you destroyed these people's way of life was in a sense, and you feel bad for it, but she kind of don't. You know what I'm saying? Because she's just she has that same expression all the time. So it's just same for you, man. I had to ding it for that. But again, because I had Iman and because I had Tiana Paris, I still enjoyed the movie. The after credit stinger was just it was the best one we had in a long while. You know what I'm saying? And they've got to the point now where they'll give you that stinger, and then they'll make you sit there through all them credits again, and then at the end of it, you get like the meowing of the Flurkins or something. I'm like, come on, man, y'all need to stop with all that. Don't make people sit here for that silly stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on. But anyway, that's why I got to ding it for it too, man, because for this to be Brie Larson's movie in a sense, she was the least entertaining character on the whole screen. So I just thought like, wow, man, you can't be the star of the movie and you're not the star of the movie in a sense. Everyone else is stealing scenes from you. So anyway, same for that, man. But everything else, I did enjoy. I still, it was good to see Nick Fury back in raw form, and and everything like that. I enjoy the Flurkins and, you know, like I said, Iman's family, you know, the Pakistani, to have different ethnicities in these movies, man, and treat these things like the real world where you have all these different people. You can't have the same race, the heroes all the daggone time. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, let's change it up a little bit and get some other people in here, man, and you know, get this inclusion thing going. So for me, I'll go ahead and bump it on back up to the 8.5, just because of the stingers, because of the acting of Iman and Tiana Parrish.
Hey, 8.3.
Yeah, I had to go ahead and bump them on back up for that, man. So again, guys, if y'all listening, it is a fun movie. You know, we ding it for what we have to ding it for as reviewers. We have to pay close attention to these movies and give y'all the real raw. But for you casual film goers, you know, Ray basically said it best, man. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna have fun. You're gonna enjoy the movie because it's just a good movie, period. But for all you Marvel fans, oh my God, it's exciting! It's so exciting what's coming up, man. The X-Men are here. Finally, man. Come on, yo. So I'm just excited for that, y'all. And I am glad, I'm so happy to be able to experience this with y'all, man, to talk about this and what's to come. It's so exciting. I cannot wait till we get more Marvel movies. And hopefully, y'all, please leave comments, man. Make Ray go back and watch the Infinity Saga, man, so he can catch up and be excited with us, man. Ray, come on, dog. You got to catch up with us, dog. It's a fun series.
Yeah.
I'm trying, man. I'm trying.
Or at least
all the way from the start, man.
At least find a character that you like and start with him, and then you could branch off from that
part.
And hopefully that character's Iron Man, because he starts the whole day off. So hopefully.
Well, I just saw the first two Iron Man, but that's so long ago, man. It's, you know.
Yeah. Good stuff. Well, hey, man, that has been our review of The Marvels, baby. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully y'all have enjoyed that and just had a good time, you know, going through everything with us. Hopefully you didn't pop in right at the spoiler moment and didn't hear us lay our disclaimer down, but we did say spoiler alerts. But hey, man, this was fun, and please stick around because y'all know how we do. We're going to come back with the hip hop facts. We are coming toward the end of the 50th year of hip hop, baby, and we are in the 2010s. We're going to end it off with the 2020s. But before we get there, we got to give you some more of this good juice, man. So please make sure you come back and join us again right after these Timmy treats.
I was just calling because I live down the street from you and your daughter come to my house today and she kicked my dog.
Chill. We are back, baby. What a review, huh?
Mm-hmm.
We are back, baby. Welcome back to the Hangout Experience. You know what I mean? Please go check out that marvelous Marvel review of the Marvels. You know, we gave it an 8.3 as an average. So, you know, it's a pretty good movie. You know, CBR said, you know, as a Marvel fan, you'll enjoy it. So if we say it, you bound to enjoy it then, baby. But, you know, as we always do, we like to end on a hip-hop note. So today, I will be bringing in, and I have the pristine honor of talking about Jermaine Lamar Cole. Jermaine? J. Cole?
Yep.
Yeah, that J. Cole.
Cole World, baby.
Shout out RDC World, man. J. Cole is an American rapper and record producer born on a military base in Germany and raised in Fayetteville, North Carolina. Cole initially gained attention as a rapper following the release of his debut mixtape, The Come Up, in early 2007. Intent on further pursuing a music career, he signed to Rock Nation, you know, throw up that rock, baby!
It's the rock.
Jay-Z's Rock Nation in 2009 and released 2 additional mixtapes, The Warm Up and Friday Night Lights, in 2009 and 2010, respectively. Both to critically acclaim as he garnered a wider following, including myself, because Friday Night Lights, dog, woo-wee, that was something right there. Cole's studio albums would peak the US Billboard 200s upon release, beginning with his debut, Cole World, The Sideline Story, in 2011, and its follow-up, Born Sinner, in 2013. The album would receive critical acclaim and spawn hit singles including Workout, Power Trip featuring McGill, and Crooked Smile featuring TLC, each charting within the top 40 of the Billboard Hot 100. Despite commercial success, Cole would depart from a pop-orientated sound on his first two records in favor of conscious subject matter for his subsequent projects. Themes of nostalgia, racial inequity, and materialism would be explored respectfully in his subsequent releases of 2014, Forest Hill Drive in 2014, For Your Eyes Only in 2017, and KOD in 2018. The latter featured a then record 6 simultaneous top 20 hits on the Billboard Hot 100, tying Cole's success with that of English rock band The Beatles. His sixth studio album, The Off Season, in 2021, would earn further acclaim as well as his 16th and most recent Grammy Award nomination. In 2023, Cole would reach his furthest success on the Billboard Hot 100 with his guest appearances on Lil Durk's All My Life and Drake's First Person Shooter, which peaked at number 2 and number 1 respectively on the charts. Self-taught on piano, Cole also acts as a producer alongside his recording career, having largely handled the production of his own projects, with credits on materials for other artists including Kendrick Lamar, Janet Jackson, Young Thug, Wale, and Mac Miller, among others. Cole has been prolific in side ventures, including his own record label, Dreamville Records, as well as its namesake media company and nonprofit. The label having signed artists including JID, Ari Lennox, and Earth Gang, has released 4 compilation projects. Their third project, Revenge of the Dreamers 3 in 2019, debuted at number 1 on the Billboard 200 and was nominated for Best Rap Album at the 2020 Grammy Awards. In January of 2015, Cole decided to house single mothers rent-free at his childhood home at Fayetteville, North Carolina. Cole has won a Grammy Award for Best Rap Song, a Billboard Music Award for Top Rap Album, 3 Soul Train Awards, and 8 BET Hip Hop Awards. All 5 of his albums have been certified platinum by the Recording Industry Association of America, the RIAA, as well as Revenge of the Dreamers 3. So the dog is accomplished, man. You know, he got hits. Or as the internet knows as Mr. Platinum with no features.
Yeah, I was just like, man, I didn't realize he had all those accomplishments, man. I like the dude, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, I was saying before, like he's becomes a bridge in the gap. You know what I'm saying? Like he's one of the best ones to me. You know, when it comes to giving homage, you know what I'm saying, to the ones that came before you, and being able to still, you know, rub elbows and stick with the guys that are doing it currently. You know what I'm saying? I think he's just, you know, he's pretty seamless with it, man. You know, and I'm really impressed by the dude, to be honest with you. You know, and he looks like another one of those guys that's like your favorite rapper's rapper. You know what I'm saying? You know.
Yep. So
definitely impressed with him, and more impressed now that I'm reading all those accolades and everything. I'm like, boy, I didn't even know that. But I appreciate him because he seems like a humble dude, though. You know what I'm saying? You know, and not just throwing it all in your face. You know, he just kind of seems like he just puts, you know what I'm saying, puts the work in, bro, and just shows you why he deserves all that stuff. And I'm like, now that you've told me all those things, I'm like, yeah, seems well deserved to me. You know what I'm saying? Seems pretty well deserved. So no doubt. Salute, J. Cole.
Yes, sir, man. That's why he's one of my, you know, we go back to our hip hop show. He's in my top 5 for a reason, man. Just
what's up?
Raps and his vocabulary, his approach on things, you know, his business acumen, you know, the lyricism, the wordplay. You know, he's been on a now that Wayne has made it popular, it is now deemed the Wayne Run with features. You know how you just kill every single feature that you're on, and just entertaining more. And I look forward to what's next from him. Whether it be the Fall Off or a project in between the Fall Off. And 2024, I'm putting it out there right now. I'm going to see you in Aubrey on tour together.
That's what's up.
Okay, now.
I'm gonna see it. I'm putting it out there. I'm manifesting it right here, right now on this audio recording. But just the way he delivers on projects, and goes in depth with his concepts, and the themes of everything. He knows how to draw you in. He knows how to entertain, and he knows how to put on good shows and stuff like that. So.
And so now, so your hip hop pick is like the tale of the two Lamars. But then you have Kendrick on there too on your list.
Tale of the two Lamars.
The tale of the two Lamars, dog. Like that's what's up. That's what's up, dog. Yeah. I gotta respect your reviews. I mean your views on that, man, because you got two very prolific artists on there, man. So good stuff. Yeah, definitely appreciate that, man. That gave me some more knowledge about it. I didn't know all of that, so that's what's fun about doing the podcast, because some of these things I purposely won't read them ahead of time. I just want to sit here just like the hangers, so I'm one of the hangers, guys. I mean, we're on the podcast, true, but we're one of you too. You know what I'm saying? I'm a hanger. And so I get excited listening to this, and I'm just sitting here like, wow, for real? Really? He did all that? Wow, and just to be able to celebrate and give somebody their flowers, man, and just be excited, for a young brother doing his thing, man. So good stuff, man. Appreciate you, X.
All his dedication and hard work shows.
Absolutely.
That's proof.
Absolutely right. Absolutely. He definitely did the work. Now it's coming, to fruition for him, and it's well deserved. Nice. Man.
Also, I gotta hit y'all with an inspirational quote, and I think Cole being a dreamer, I think this inspirational quote of the day will probably go hand in hand with that, man. The quote reads, "Don't be afraid to have goals and dreams. Even in the face of haters and those who do not believe in you, don't stop dreaming."
Don't do it. Don't stop, baby. That's right.
Keep fighting for your dreams, baby. Keep fighting for your dreams.
Absolutely. Good quote. That is perfect.
Yeah, good quote.
Well, y'all heard it. Don't stop dreaming, baby. You know what I'm saying? Don't stop dreaming. Keep it up. And the only time I'll tell you stop dreaming is so you can wake up and you can make it to the show. You know what I'm saying? Because we don't want you to miss this show either. You know what I mean? So that's the only time I'll tell you to don't dream. Don't dream. Just come on, get to the show. And then as soon as you get finished with this show, you can get back to dreaming. You know what I'm talking about? But hey, we got another one in the books, baby. And we are getting closer and closer to the end. And the closer and closer we get to the end, that means that season 1 is almost over. And we are getting close to heading to season 2. And boy, do we have some stuff coming to you for season 2, man. If you have stuck with us from the beginning, when we started this thing in February for the first time, all the way to now, you have been on a journey with us. You have been on this journey with us. You are a hanger. You're part of this podcast, yo. You know what I'm saying? You've stuck with us. And so we are going to treat you. We're going to reward you for that when we come back in season 2, man. So y'all stick with us. Watch what we do. Watch us work. You know what I'm saying? Check out our footwork. You know what I'm talking about? And watch how we do this thing, man. We appreciate y'all sticking with us for, what I'm saying, these 2 hours that y'all do. We hope that we entertain you guys. We hope that, we give you a couple laughs. We give you a couple smiles. We give you some knowledge, some things that you didn't know before you turned on this podcast. That's just our thing. And no different than when you go over your homeboy, your homegirl house, you know what I'm saying? Y'all just sit around just talking about stuff. That's what this is all about, y'all. Like I said last time, we're just a deterrent. We're just a deterrent for all the stuff that you go through. Bad day at work, turn on the Hangout. You know what I'm saying? You're going through something with your spouse, turn on the Hangout. You know what I'm talking about? Anything, man. You want a break from all that stuff that's going on in the world, just turn on the Hangout. Come hang out with us. And then right after that, man, it's still waiting for you. So we appreciate your time. We appreciate the love. We appreciate the comments. Please continue to like and share and leave those comments. We will talk back. If you don't believe us, go look at some of the comments. We answer every last comment, every last one of them, personally. You hear what I'm saying? So leave the comments, man, and let us know how you feel about the podcast. Let us know how you feel about the hip-hop facts, the monkeying around, the BMT news, and the reviews, man. Come talk to us. We here for you, baby. Appreciate y'all. I definitely got to shout out all my co-hosts, SCX. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Country Boy Ray.
What it do?
340 Millie, who is back in the building, baby. Missed you, girl.
About it.
Talk about it.
I'm here.
Already. And I'm your boy Price, man, and we're going to be here again for you next week. Please, please, please make sure that you stay tuned. You check out all of these X-Ray Vision. Y'all know we dropped that X-Ray Vision. They on their 4th episode. They doing something. They matching the numbers of the Hangout Experience. They rocking, baby. They doing their thug thizzle, man. Y'all got to check them boys out, man. Any and everything sports, all right? Go check out X-Ray Vision. And listen, we will be back next week. We will be covering more stuff. We got more classic hood classes coming for you. We got some Christmas specials coming for you. Please don't miss it, baby. Timmy Treats? Anyone? Timmy Treats? Yes. Okay. All right. Let's go, baby. I got to go get my Timmy Treat, man. We love y'all, man. Make sure y'all tune back in to the next episode of The Hangout. Peace.